Welcome to the Guitars, Cowboys, and Hillbilly Music Podcast. You're here today with Rhett Arnold and Jagger Pfeiffer, and we're here sitting down today with Mr. Stephen Hester and, as you all well know, Mr. Vernon Wilson, owner of Bad Brad's Barbecue. How are you guys doing today, gentlemen?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm glad to be back in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Haven't been to Stillwater. I just figured out, I think it was like 2012, 2013. So driving back in, a lot of great fond memories. Also a couple bad ones, but hey, it's Stillwater. You know, it's a college town. So if you don't have a couple of those, you didn't do college right. That's at least what I think. That's what I say.
At least you remember most of it.
Well, see, that's the problem. Is the bad memories I don't remember all too well. I just remember bits and pieces of what my friends told me.
That checks out. That sounds more like Stillwater. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I for a while now I've been seeing these TikToks pop up.
Yep.
And the 918 agent. I watch all the videos. And I'm like, we got to have that guy out. Come check out Bad Brad's. So I reached out, and thankfully you came out. So now we're going to see what you think of the food.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I don't think I've reviewed a barbecue place yet, so I'm real excited to do that. And honestly, first off, let me just thank you guys for giving me a platform to come talk on. But yeah, I guess I'm going to try out. All right, so tell me, what is this sausage right here?
So we've got a Mountain View hot link. We've been using those same hot links forever. Those are pretty stinking popular. Okay. Believe it or not, my toddler loves them. She's head over heels for hot stuff. That is her go-to.
You said your toddler likes hot stuff?
Yeah, my 20-month-old that you saw me messing around playing with, legit loves them.
She's 20 months old?
Yeah. She will go past her mom's plate to get whatever I have because she knows I put cracked red pepper in everything.
Oh my gosh, it's not overly spicy, but it's like
that's what I really like about it. A lot of hot links they're all spice and no flavor, or there's only a couple that I think have the good correct amount of flavor.
All right, we got this chopped brisket here.
That's going to be the pulled pork. We do a
that's pulled pork?
Sliced brisket on this saddle buster plate that you got, and big rib.
That's good pork. All right,
man,
man, this is good stuff.
We're really the only ones in town that are using a sure enough smoker nowadays. We've got 3 30-year-old pits right now.
Mm-hmm. That's good right there. I like that. I love brisket.
Me too.
Love brisket.
Yeah, so you're one of the few barbecue places around anymore that has pits and uses all natural wood to do all your smoking.
Yeah, we're the only ones in Stillwater for sure. Everybody else is using some old hickories or some Southern Prides, and we're all American hardwood, man. Good old, mostly post oak. We do some hickory and pecan just if we get some in. We go through so much because that's all we do. No gas, no electric. Like Tornado could pick that pit up, take it to across the state. I drive over there, cut the stack off, and start cooking meat and be fine. They're 3/8 thick steel. They're 4.5 foot in diameter. The shortest one I think is 12 foot long. So
yeah, this is good stuff. So how long has your business been here?
At this location, we moved over in 2020.
Okay.
The business has been in town. Next year will be 30 years for the brick and mortar.
Oh, what? So
yes.
Did you start this when you were like 10?
No, not me, man. So I came in 2010. My former boss had just bought it from the original owners, who was actually Bad Brad's daughter.
Okay.
But my former boss bought it from her and her husband, and she was actually in here last night hanging out. They're still around and local. But I started running it. I came in 2010. I started running it in 2012, and been running ever since. And in 2020, I bought it, and we needed to change locations, so we moved it over here.
I mean, this is a great location. I love this back area. And they told me you do like whiskey tastings and stuff like that here?
Yeah, we're just getting into the big whiskey dinner thing. We're going to be doing a whole lot, actually. I've got another whiskey dinner coming up June 3rd. I've got a tequila dinner with Una Vida Tequila. We're working on some wine tastings. We'll do live music in here 3 nights a week. So y'all want a tasty bit of information that hasn't came out yet.
I'm all down for inside information.
So I know about these other two, and me for sure, but we're all kind of Bo Phillips fans. You know who that is?
No. I actually, honestly, before we get started, I don't listen to that much music, so I don't really know why you guys invited me on. So I'm glad to be here, but
Man,
you
you're
guys
just here
fill
to
me
eat.
in. Yeah, I'm just here to eat.
So Bo's a big old boy from Southeast Oklahoma, and he's been in the red dirt scene forever. He's really great. He just released this really cool T-shirt a while back, and Bo goes back pretty far with some of my families. He graduated with some of my cousins and stuff like that. It said corn-fed, which just fits Bo because, I mean, he's bigger than I am. He's got a couple inches on me. Yeah, he's a big old boy. And I saw he was playing a show the other night somewhere, and doing these whiskey dinners, I had an idea. I said, Bo, I just texted him. I said, hey, corn-fed. We're going to do dinner and a show with Bo Phillips. We're going to pick 4 or 5 of your absolute favorite foods for about 56 people, which is all will fit in this room comfortably. We're going to do all you can eat, 56 people, and then an intimate dinner show, storytelling with Bo Phillips.
Gosh,
Of course, Bo gets off about 11 o'clock from his show on a Friday night. And he texts me back, hell yes. We are doing this. So I've got a list. We're going to do a chicken carbonara. We're going to do a smoked fried chicken. We're going to do a chicken fried steak. We're going to do some brisket tacos. We're going to do some fatty brisket. We're going to do some mac and cheese. We'll do some grilled asparagus and a few other things. That'll just be kind of really cool stuff that, let you get a little closer to the artist and let him know, like, he's normal people just like us. This is what he likes to eat, and it'll be a really cool meal. Anything we do over here, as far as the dinners and stuff, it's more made from scratch. So like our June 3rd dinner, it was a orange bourbon pork chop, and we sous vide that, grilled it off, and brought it out with a Parmesan ranch asparagus and a smashed fingerling potato. For the appetizer, we did a smoked cream cheese with a maple bourbon bacon jam.
That sounds delicious.
A spring salad with a bourbon ranch dressing. And then for dessert, I took my grandmother's pineapple upside down cake recipe, and we did a bourbon pineapple upside down cake. I took that sauce that she makes from scratch and added some of a barreled smoked old fashioned to it, and it turned out really great.
Gosh, man, that sounds delicious. So what night is this? Have we come up with the night yet?
Oh,
That I'm coming back for this?
So tickets will go live this week. So what we did on my first one, I had 21 people, and everybody took a chance because they didn't know really what they were getting into. All they had was my word, hey, we're going to do something special here. These tickets aren't cheap. They're $135 a piece.
You're right.
Like you'll have live music in here.
Yep.
You get to talk with the distiller and learn about this whiskey, talk with a couple of whiskey reps, stuff like that, and we bring it in, which is not normally something that's done in Stillwater. Just nobody's doing it. So June 3rd, we're going to be doing pork shooters for an appetizer, which is Polish sausage wrapped in bacon, stuffed with cream cheese and a jalapeno on top, and we'll put a bourbon barbecue sauce on that, drizzle that. We'll do a bourbon vinaigrette on our wedge salad. We're going to do a 14-ounce ribeye, and we're going to do green beans and a potato for a side with some mushroom and onions sauteed in bourbon to go with the steak. And the dessert is going to be a bread pudding with a bourbon caramel sauce.
Why did you guys invite me out today? Why can we not wait and do this podcast?
We're just finding out about this too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
on this.
You did.
So
tell us this is okay.
what I did, the first 21 people, we did 21 people for the first show because there's a lot, and I wanted to make sure it was perfect. And I've decided we can't do 28 for the next, so we're going to release 28. I released tickets to my 21 people first that, hey, they came in, they supported me, they put a lot of faith out. They dished out $135 a head, and like I said, it comes with 4 cocktails. We pair those cocktails with the course. And Gus Burns was in here live that night. Dylan Moss will be here June 3rd. I've got 14 spots still available.
For this one?
For June 3rd.
Oh, the one that we're talking about with Bo?
No, for Bo, we haven't set a date with that.
Oh, you haven't set a date? Okay.
I've
You're
got
talking
the
about
menu.
two different ones. Gotcha.
I got the menu finalized for Bo. We've just been finalizing that this week. That literally came about this week.
Oh, wow.
And the June 3rd, that's going to be with Basil Hayden and Maker's Mark whiskey. And we'll do 2 Basil Haydens, 2 Maker's Marks. And like I said, that'll be the ribeye. We'll do a ribeye. We'll do the bourbon bread pudding. We'll do the pork shooters and then the wedge salad with the bourbon vinaigrette. And T. Dillon Moss, our boy that just released a rockin' song last night. He's released 2 this week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
He he released the solo.
Yeah, the solo.
And then
the solo's pretty killer.
Yeah. I haven't heard the solo, but Rhett was showing me Bad Luck.
Bad Luck is good.
Yeah,
man.
I really enjoyed it.
It's got a really funky type.
It does, dude. It's got like the old cross Canadian funk.
So do you
type.
sing? Do you
No.
No, okay. No.
I'd get paid not to sing, man.
I don't know if we get enough whiskey and Vernon on the open mics on Wednesday now. We don't have to see him
That's
up
thing. Yeah, no, not me. I'm not Mickey Gilly. He's the only one that can do that, I think.
Stillwater has some really rich history with music.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a big music guy once again, right? So the only person I know is Garth Brooks. Didn't come from Stillwater, but came through Stillwater. Yeah. And then there's a couple other ones.
Stoney Rue, Jason Boland, Cody Canada.
Yes.
All American Rejects.
I did not know about an All American Reject.
Yeah.
Did not know about that.
They were
Stillwater Garage Band, buddy.
Yeah.
What? That's
100%.
crazy. Oklahoma has some good music.
In our last episode, we actually had Garth Brooks' daughter on.
Yep.
So that was.
Is she going to Stillwater or she graduated now?
She lives in Nashville.
Yeah, she was in Nashville.
Oh, she moved to Nashville?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's funny. She actually played soccer with my sister-in-law back when they used to live in Owasso.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So
Really?
Yeah.
That's a small world right there.
Yeah. I remember. It's so funny because like in my generation, like some of us knew about Garth Brooks because it was like, I was born in 91, so it's kind of like the late 90s. So my wife would always go to these events, and they just knew him as what was the daughter's name?
Allie.
Allie. They just knew Garth Brooks as that's Allie's dad. They didn't know it was Mr. Brooks.
Huh.
They were just like, oh, that's Allie's dad.
Yeah.
So
That's
they would
great.
like go to her house and like, man, he has a nice house. Like, what did he
I'd
do?
imagine.
What did he do?
Is
So it
that
was
Chris
just so
Gaines
funny.
at the soccer field?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was fixing to say.
And then also, it's also funny because I heard that he was a big Taco Bueno fan. He still might be a big Taco Bueno fan. So we had a Taco Bueno in Owasso, and this is just secondhand that I've heard from my wife, and that he really enjoyed Owasso because he could be just Garth, right? He wasn't Garth Brooks. And so he could go into Taco Bueno, no one would mess with him.
Yeah.
Anytime he went to a ball game or a kid's game or go to a school event, no one would bother him. But some people, they said, come up, ask for autographs, pictures. He was more than happy to do it. I heard he was I never met him, but I heard he's a really, really good dude. Really good dude.
As long as you're going inside a fast food restaurant now, nobody's going to mess with you because nobody else is going to be in there.
No, that's true. That's true. No.
You don't see people in a Taco Bell anymore.
No.
Because they're all at Bad Brad's.
That's right. They've been here today, man. Whew, we have been slammed. I've been in the kitchen most of the day today, and I'm fixing to go back and hit it again. We just spent about an hour prepping everything, getting ready to go, and it's been a busy day. It's been a busy week.
Oh, so you're open 7 days a week?
I'm open 6 days a week. We're closed on Sunday.
Okay, closed on Sunday.
I get to sleep a little tomorrow. It's been a busy week, guys. I got a newborn in the house right now, and it's been busy.
So wait, the 20-month-old?
I've got the 20-month-old and her little sister.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
congratulations. Congratulations.
Be a week ago yesterday. So, yeah.
Oh, dude, congratulations. That's
Thanks.
awesome. Are you going to feed her some of this spicy sausage too? Or?
Not yet.
Okay. All right.
Those diapers are bad enough as it is. She can wait.
You don't need any sausage to it. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. I'm going to take a little bite of this rib real quick.
And Stephen, you asked earlier how we got kind of hooked up with this. So Jagger,
Yeah, that fell off the bone.
you want to tell
That's a Myron Mixon
the
bite right
connection
there,
until we
man.
get up to
Look
the-
at it. That is.
Yeah, that's
Look at it. Everything comes
I
off.
couldn't hear you.
You've got the bite. Oh yeah.
oh man. Like I mean, there's none of that extra residue.
No. That's
Damn.
that's what they call a Myron Mixon bite.
Oh, that's good.
You know who the Myron is?
No.
He's this really famous barbecue judge. He doesn't want them to fall off the bone, but he's God. I don't know how many world championships he's won. But that's a mixing bite. I saw you take it. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a good
we're
bite.
gonna brag on that.
That's a good bite. That's a good bite. Yeah, sorry about that. What were you saying?
I was going to have Jagger explain how we kind of got hooked up with Bad Brad's.
Yeah. Through a lot of different ways, but I forgot how I originally got your number for cornhole. Is because Steve and I actually started the Oklahoma State Cornhole Club here at Stillwater.
Oh.
So, and I was going to talk to you about that because I noticed you're a big pickleball guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And it's in my mind, I see cornhole and pickleball because they're both really coming up, as you can say, or as a lot of people know. And so I was curious how you got into pickleball as well.
Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting story. I actually played cornhole through college. So I mean, I wasn't super competitive, but it was just one of those things, when you have a 12-ounce beer in one hand, you got to have a bag in the other one. Type deal. So, but how I got into pickleball is my dad got into pickleball once he retired. So in 2015, when he retired, he was trying to figure out something else that he can do to, keep up with the time or whatever. So he started playing pickleball, and so I would play with him like maybe once a year, just as a kind of quality time with my dad.
Yeah.
And then got into real estate, got real busy with stuff, gained a little bit of weight. My business started slowing down in about October of the last year. So October of, are we in 2023 now? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So this was in October of 2022. And so I started playing with him. And I was like, I'm going to play with you a couple times a week. And a couple times came to 3 times, came to almost every day of the week. And I just fell in love with the game.
Yeah.
I started going without my dad. So fast forward a little bit, it was Thanksgiving Day. Me and my dad signed up for a pickleball tournament because, we were just going to start competing in it and get a little bit more competitive. The very next day, we went out to practice and I tore my Achilles.
Oh, no.
Playing pickleball. So that's why I'm in the boot. Actually, the reason why I'm in the boot still is, so I had surgery in December, got out of the boot in around probably middle February, got released from everything, and then early March, felt another snap in the same Achilles, tore it again. So, yeah. So doctor said he's never seen it before, so I just take myself as special. And I guess I'm just going to live with this boot on, which it's kind of weird, right? Because I bought these new shoes, and right after I tore my Achilles and got released out of the boot, now one shoe is super clean and nice, and this one is like all dirty and stuff. So I'm gonna have to go buy new shoes. Yeah. I have one good shoe and one not.
That's pretty interesting.
I'm a fan of pickleball. I just don't have anybody to play it with around here.
In Stillwater, man? Oh, I bet you there's a ton.
I've been trying to get my roommate to go out. I bought like just like a basic set.
Yeah.
I'm a huge ping pong fan.
Oh, you would love pickleball.
So pickleball, it seemed kind of. I played it a few times, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
This summer we'll play. I promise.
Okay.
My banker loves it. He plays every weekend with his kids out there in their little cul-de-sac.
Oh,
they have a cul-de-sac community game every weekend.
That's pretty cool.
No, it's great. I mean, pickleball's awesome. Yeah. So I got so into pickleball, even after I tore my Achilles, I started watching professionals play on YouTube. So there is a professional league.
Yeah. Of course there is.
So yeah. So I watch it, and actually the number one player in the world right now is his name is Ben Johns, and he was an old ping pong player. So his actually background is ping pong, and he's now the number one player in the world. But anyway, I flew down to Florida to watch a professional league about a month ago. It was in April. So, but no, we went down there to Florida and watched some professionals play, and it was awesome.
So I'm so into cornhole like you are pickleball. I've been to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina twice.
Yep.
Played in the college national championship. This last time we got me and my partner and then 2 other guys that played OSU. We all got on ESPN and played.
What?
Yep.
So you played on ESPN?
Yes.
All right. Well, I don't have that cool of a story. About
maybe one day you'll
Oh, okay. I got a cool story. So you guys know Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I met him because the team that I like, not because Gary Vee owns it, I just like the players that are on his team. So he owns a team in this league called the MLP, which is Major League Pickleball. Yeah. And so he bought a team, and he had all these players that I really enjoyed and watch. So I just found out later, after the fact, I fell in love with a team that, oh, that's Gary Vee's team. Like, I know Gary Vee. So I went to the tournament not thinking I was going to meet him because obviously he's busy, but he actually showed up to one of the games. And so and talk about meeting somebody in a atmosphere where no one knows who he is. Because, I mean, most of the people are watching are my dad's age. So they just think that that's some guy wearing a ball cap. Like, they don't, oh, that's the owner of the New Jersey Fives. They don't know that's Gary Vee. So, man, I got to talk to him for like 10 or 15 minutes, and like no one was like bothering us or anything.
Oh.
It was the coolest thing ever.
That'd be a great brain to pick.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, he's fantastic. He's fantastic. And that's actually kind of the reason why I got into all this social media stuff. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I got into it, but his content have really helped me, especially with his book, Jab, Jab, Right Hook. So basically the concept of that book is to just give value. So give value to your client, your customer, and just give them knowledge. And then eventually after you give them enough value, after, jab, 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 they're willing to buy from you because they're not buying from you as a client or a customer, but they're buying from you because they're a fan of yours and that they like your stuff and they support your business and they become, just a lover of your business or company. So that's one of the biggest thing I got from Gary Vee is not be so quick to ask for the sell, but almost keep continuing giving value. So that's kind of what I do for my business now is I just give so much value to make it a point where they just become super fans of my business.
So how did you get into real estate? Both my parents are in real estate. So
yeah.
I'm always hearing about it, and I thought for a while I was in high school, I was like, I think maybe this is something I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I heard them talk about it enough. I was like, no, I don't. I think I'm going to do something different.
So the reason why I got into real estate was because I got fired from my other job. Like, honestly, I didn't really want to get into real estate because it was 100% commission, and I'm not a big risk taker. Like, being an entrepreneur like this guy over here, starting a business from, obviously it was a little bit established, but still, you got to put some money down.
That's the deal. Is like we're 30 years old to everybody, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we're 3 years old.
Yeah, right.
We're 2.5 years old.
I mean, you're
putting
putting
the banker.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting everything on the line. I mean, you got employees, you got obviously inventory,
Oh, yeah.
you got marketing, all those other things. So I didn't want to deal with that, right? I mean, that's a lot to risk on, especially having 2 new kids. I don't mean to keep on stressing you out.
Oh, you're good, dude. That's just another day for me.
Yeah. So I didn't really want to get into that. But I got laid off from my job. COVID happened, laid off my job, DoorDash for a little bit. Some other things kind of happened in my life. About 7 months after I got laid off from my job, my father-in-law came to me, and he's in real estate. And he said, Steven, what are you going to do? You can't, DoorDash for the rest of your life. Like you got my wife, I have his daughter because it's my father-in-law, a couple of grandkids for him. And so I was like, he's like, you need to get into real estate. You do really, really well. I'm like, well, Jeff, you see, here's the problem, Jeff, is if I get into real estate and I'm unsuccessful, your daughter and 2 grandkids and your son-in-law are going to be moving back in with you because we're not going to be able to keep up with the mortgage, right? And he said, no, Steven, you'll be successful. I'll make sure you're successful. And so I just said, all right. So I got my pre-licensings done, and I got fully certified in real estate and licensed with the state in October of 2020. So that's kind of where I got into real estate, was at that point. So
that was a good time to be getting in the game.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing is it was a great time for real estate.
It was hot.
Oh, it was super hot. But
I own a house.
Okay.
So and me and my wife we own a house on the north side of town.
Subtle brag, we like it.
And it's just laying it out there, Vernon. But we got lucky and we bought October 2020.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, you beat it.
Perfect timing. I think it was like one of the lowest interest rates like it's been in like years.
Let's play higher or lower real quick, if you don't mind.
Of course.
All right, so October of 2020. Is that
yeah, I think we closed the second week of October, but I think we locked our interest rate in September.
You might be at I wouldn't be surprised if you're lower, but 3.2.
Lower.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
We got to buy in October 21, and it was lower too.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was. But also
nice.
with on top of the low interest rate, I bet you your home value has skyrocketed since that point too. I bet you're probably up from when you bought that house, probably at least 30% probably.
I'm very confident.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Stillwater market's like because I'm from the Tulsa market, but
it's wild.
It's wild down here too. Yeah, so I'm from the Tulsa market. It was wild up there, so I just didn't know. Obviously Stillwater's smaller than Tulsa, but
I bought a house in 40, and right down the road, 6 months later, they auctioned off a house in 18 acres, and it's pretty similar houses. and that house in 18 acres versus my house in 40 with a 40 by 60 shop brought $135,000 more than what my house in 40 did.
Oh, geez.
It's just wild.
So if you want to sell that, just give me. I'm just kidding. if you want
Problem
to
is
sell
I
that,
can't replace it. It's like my truck. I almost sold my truck the other day, and I was like, I cannot replace this thing right now.
yeah,
That's the problem. It's like
right.
you can't
If you sell it,
replace it.
if you sell it, where are you going to go?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah, where are you going to go? I mean, the market
got-
market inventory right now is just super low.
Crazy.
Super low. Super low. But no, that's how I got into real estate is basically I didn't have any other options. if that kind of answer your questions, I wasn't any I didn't have any big desire. Like I didn't in fourth grade, I didn't wake up one day. I was like, you know what? You want to be an astronaut? You want to be a police officer? I want to be a real estate agent. Like, no, I didn't want. I didn't want to do that. No, I just it was kind of the only thing. And also the other great thing about real estate, it's such a low barrier to get into. I mean, I don't want to say it's a joke. I guess I can because I'm a realtor, so it's like I'm talking down to myself. But it's such a low barrier. I mean, it's really easy to get the licensing course. It doesn't take that much. And you can become a realtor. And I mean, if you really wanted to push it, you can probably be a licensed realtor in less than 30 days. So it's really easy, low barrier to get in. And that's why so many people become realtors, right? I mean, between you probably know at least probably 10 or 12 realtors if you really put, pen to paper.
Yeah, probably.
So, I mean, it's a great business, great industry. I think it's one of those things that is needed, even though a lot of people sometimes look down on the industry, which I get it. I understand why some people do, but I think the knowledge, if you find a good one, and there are great realtors out there, is they'll be able to definitely help you. Just keep in tune on what the market's happening and what's going on.
So what about TikTok? How did you get into?
So
all that?
so that's an interesting story. Do you want the how long are we going? Are we going long?
Now we're good.
Okay. All right. So I'll give you the long story. So
Guys, before y'all get too crazy, I'm gonna have to get out of here. I got to go to work.
all right, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you
Food's-
those pork
food's
rinds and
fant-
that cornbread, man.
All right, I will. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna go pull some bologna off the smoke.
Thank you for coming on, Vern. I want you to start.
You want me to start?
Yeah, I want
We
you.
just started.
Okay.
Bad Brad's jalapeno cornbread. It's a must-have. We just wrapped up an amazing episode with Stephen Hester. We
I'll
sat
just
here
say,
and talked
By
long.
the destruction left on Red's plate here.
You think this is destruction? give me to the end of this ad read. No, we just wrapped up an amazing episode with Stephen, and I think we sat here and talked to him afterwards, maybe longer than the hour-long podcast we
Yeah,
just did.
probably so.
Super interesting guy, and we really appreciate him
For sure.
coming on. And we want to let you know that this podcast is sponsored by, of course, Bad Brad's Barbecue and Deadwake Archery Innovations. You want to tell them a little bit about it?
I got product placement on my forehead right now.
And I got product placement in my mouth.
Deadwake Archery Innovations. What can you say about them? If you need any kind of bow fishing bow, and little did you know, there is even going to be a hunting bow coming out here pretty soon. Little insider information there. But Deadwake Archery Innovations, go buy the Leviathan bow fishing bow right now. Go
Leviathan.
Exactly. I mean, what else can you say? If you want a bowfish, carp, gar, literally anything under the sun, bass, if you want to be illegal.
I was about to say, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Bass, if you want to be illegal. The Leviathan is the manslaughter machine of choice. I guess I shouldn't say manslaughter machine.
No, animal slaughter
The
machine.
animal slaughter machine of choice. You be the deadliest person on the waters with the Leviathan.
You're really not helping
bow
yourself
fishing
here.
bow. I'm really not. But you know what? You know what will help you is a Leviathan bow. Gotta chew.
Follow them on Instagram too. I'm always sharing their stuff on our page, but they've got a lot of cool videos of like how they're making stuff.
Yes.
The machines cutting stuff out, them putting stuff together. So if you don't follow them on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, check them out.
Yes.
Because they've got some cool stuff on there.
Oklahoma State University alumni Trevor Pigeon is the owner and operator of Deadwake Archery Innovations. Go check him out.
Are we bringing him to Bad Brad's when we get him on?
I mean, we have to.
We have to.
Yeah.
We just did a whole episode. Basically, that whole episode was an ad, but we love Bad Brad so much, we're going to give him a small one here too. I got the burn-ins, the fries, and the jalapeno cornbread. phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Steven might give it a little different score.
Yeah. He says
there's no perfect 10s. That's pretty close right there.
I mean, if there's no perfect 10s, that's a 9.9 right there.
There it is.
There you go.
What did you get?
I got the dirty fries. I mean, what
Of
can you
course,
say?
classic.
Classic right there. Vernon actually brought out some tri-tip. Tried that. Amazing.
Phenomenal.
Amazing. Melts in your mouth. Perfect.
Every time, perfect. I've never been here, and it takes a long time, even when they're busy.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
it's always, I don't know how they have so many things on their menu, and it always tastes fresh.
Yes.
Like, it always tastes like they just cooked it. Like they were cooking it while I was on the way here.
I think they were. They knew in your mind, Vernon. Whenever you left your house, he's like, "Reds coming, the bad Reds."
He calls the store, hurry, put the burn ends on.
And you know what? That's why we love them. Bad Brad's Barbecue, where it's good to be bad. Deadwake Archery Innovations, where you can be the deadliest on the waters.
We're gonna work on that part, but
I like that. I like it. I really do.
all right, we'll see what Trevor thinks about that.
Okay, I think you'll like it.
All right, back to the episode.
So for me to get that percentage average up, I needed to nail this, speaking part. And I was supposed to read it off my report. And so I was practicing it. My mom's like, you know what? Scratch the report because you did horrible on that. Just wing it. Just do it. Like, we'll practice several times and just go and give the report. So I said, okay, that's what I'll do. So I went in the next day and I gave this report from Slim's perspective on Hank the Cow Dog. And like literally my teacher turned to me and said, Steven, that was amazing. He gave me like 120% or something on the test. And she also told me that you have a gift of speaking to people and you're going to help a lot of people with your gift. And for granted, I'm in 5th grade, right? And I remember that to this day of what she said to me, and she probably doesn't. But I think it's really important when you're growing up, or if you're, at a level of authority or a level of people looking up to you, by giving those type of compliments to people, or to students or to kids or your children, is so important, because I remembered that, and I remembered I had a gift of doing that. So fast forward, I was looking to use that gift because I felt like I had a really great way of speaking and communicating and getting across stories and things like that. So I went into drama in high school. So my freshman year I went into competitive drama. I did humorous duets. I did monologues. I did a bunch of different things. And so I competed at the state level with that. And after my freshman year, they got rid of the program. So I was like, well, crap, there goes my, acting career, because I wanted to be an actor. Mm-hmm. That's what I really wanted to do. And so not a real estate agent, an actor. So then I did a couple of plays, local, whatnot, and for our theater in town. And, did a couple of those, and that kind of, fizzled out. And then I went to college, and I kind of just let my dream, to the side. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to do anything more with acting and things like that. But then once I got older, got into real estate, I was like, man, I really want to start a YouTube channel. I feel like that's what I can do to kind of get my gift out there, because I didn't give up on the dream. I just maybe got sidetracked, but I didn't give up on it. And so I started a YouTube channel to help my real estate business. Did I think it was going to help my real estate business? Absolutely not. I didn't think it was going to help at all. But it was giving me an excuse to start a YouTube channel and my wife be okay with it. So that's what I did. And I started this YouTube channel talking about everything about Tulsa and just giving value. Once again, Gary Vee, giving jabs, value to people that are looking to move to Oklahoma. And so that's what I did. I started a YouTube channel, did all that, became very successful on YouTube, got monetized on it, actually make money the way I market now. And I also became Rookie of the Year in 2021 for Coldwell Banker in almost the whole state of Oklahoma. So YouTube has done very, very well for me. And also I've created an audience. And so that kind of got my itch for, speaking and acting and things like that. And so after I started the YouTube channel, TikTok started getting really big. I decided that I was going to start focusing more on short form content just because it was the new and upcoming thing. So I started TikTok, started Instagram, or I always had an Instagram, but started doing reels and things like that. And actually my first videos were about a year and a half ago, which people don't know about this. People just know me as the burger guy of all my recent stuff that I did over the last, 4 months. But really, this story starts a year and a half ago of me getting to where I'm at on TikTok. So have you guys heard of who's the guy from Barstool Sports?
Dave Portnoy?
Dave Portnoy. I was about to call him Joe. I don't know why I was about to call him Joe. He's not Joe. But
Lenny Balls.
Dave Portnoy. Oh, what do we got here? We got smoked bologna?
Yes.
Oh!
And maybe a little bit of tri-tip that just came off too.
Oh.
Y'all enjoy, guys.
Thank you. All right. I'm not a bologna fan normally. I like this. So,
I'll take a piece of the tri-tip, actually.
so Dave Portnoy, huge fan of Barstool Sports, like known of Dave for a long, long time. Don't know him personally, but known of his content and his stuff. So I know he does pizza reviews. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a chocolate chip cookie review. And so I started making content around finding the best chocolate chip cookie in Oklahoma. And
Just keep going. At the end, I want to know what the results were.
No, okay. Well, so I started this chocolate chip review, and I started it just like Dave Portnoy does. So kind of stands outside the business, takes it out, kind of has this little monologue, eats the cookie, whatever. And my view count and my interactions and my engagement on those type of posts were so low. I think pretty much the only 3 people that watched it were me twice and my mom once. Like those are the only 3 people.
We feel you there.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and I did that several times, and just never really picked up. And so I just kind of sat back for a couple weeks. I'm like, all right, what do I wish Dave Portnoy would do different on his videos? Because obviously there's something that I don't like about his videos. I love his monologue. I love him tasting pizza. But I always said I wish he showed the inside of the restaurant. I wish he showed like what the restaurant looked like. And also I wish he got like the best menu item, because he always just gets the cheese pizza. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to retry this. And I'm going to do, just restaurant reviews, go to different places around Tulsa, just kind of, build Tulsa up and let people know what Tulsa has to offer, because a lot of people kind of go in their normal daily routine and never try anything different. So I did that. I started doing voiceovers at that time, because voiceovers were pretty big on Instagram Reels, of just having a bunch of B-roll footage and then just speaking over it. That's what I mean by voiceover. And so I did that, and I did that started doing that in probably July of 2022. Probably July or May of 2022. Started doing these voiceovers type shorts. Picked up a little bit. I got maybe a couple thousand views here, a couple of thousand views here. And I was very consistent on it. So from that point to October of 2022, of when I really took off on social media, I made 176 videos. So I made 176 videos from July of 2022 to October of 2022. And I was going to this burger spot. It was called OMG Lounge in Owasso. And I wasn't going to record it, but my buddy was like, hey, let's go to hit this new burger spot in Owasso, and you can film it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So we went, I filmed it. I didn't really try very hard at it. Like I just, I ate the burger at my house in my dining room, because I was just like, I didn't stay there. And posted it to Facebook, TikTok, all that stuff. On Facebook, I got over like 60 shares, which I've never got over like 1 share. Once again, the only person I ever shared my content was my mom. Thanks, Mom. You're my biggest fan. I appreciate you. But I got over 60 shares, and I ended up getting like 5,000 views, which for me at the time, and still at this time, 5,000 people just watched my content. Like that's absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. So posted on that, and I was like, all right, I'm going to try this again. And on TikTok, I maybe got like 800 views, right? And so I was just like, which is better, because I was getting like 120 views, right? And so I was like, all right, I'm going to try this again. So a couple days later, I went to another burger spot in Tulsa called Flo's Diner. And I did a burger review there. And posted that to TikTok, posted that to Facebook, posted that to Instagram, all those other places. And that one got over 500,000 views on TikTok. And so for me, I call it VFM, VFM, viral for me. That's what I call it, VFM. And so 500 views for me at that time was viral. Like, I mean, that was a viral video for me. And I was like, whoa. And so I grew from, 200 followers up to 3,000. I kept on creating content like that of restaurant reviews and just keep on doing it. And that's where I'm at today. And hopefully I'll hit 30,000, in here in about 2 weeks, which is, once again, if you asked me that back in July, if I was ever going to have 30,000 followers on TikTok that are interested in my content, I would say you're crazy. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's a very inspiring story, especially for like us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're in that same sort of situation where it's like, I just keep telling myself, like, you just got to keep putting it out there. You just got to have more content all the time. Yep. And we've been trying to do some TikTok stuff, but we had some stuff get taken down because it had music in the background.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, I mean, for me, like when I started YouTube, which YouTube's really tough because if you're going from Instagram, TikTok, Reels, you see all these views, right? You see these thousands and thousands of views. And then when you put in something long form like we're doing right now, the views are like 1% of that, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember I turned out my first YouTube channel, which it's hilarious looking at it now because I didn't know what I was doing. But I remember in my first 24 hours of my first YouTube channel or first YouTube video, I had 3 views. And then I just kept on creating. I made sure I made a video every single week for the first year. And my end result for my YouTube channel is a lot different than what, you guys are, trying to do with this podcast, which you guys will get there. You guys are very consistent. You guys put out good stuff. Just keep on doing it and you'll get discovered. But I was looking for leads for my business. So I had less than 100 subscribers, less than probably 6,000 hours of view time, which isn't that much in YouTube world once you start getting up there. But I had all these things, and I was still able to produce a 6-figure income just off of my YouTube leads I got. So it was a little bit different for me because I wasn't looking for my YouTube channel to be, go viral and to have all these other things. I was just looking to get more clients. But now my YouTube channel has over 10,000 subscribers. I get tons of views on that, tons of engagement, which, once again, that wasn't my goal at the beginning. I don't even know if making the short forms was really my goal either. I think I really got into the short form stuff to help my business, but I handed off my editing to an actual editor because I just couldn't do it anymore. Just with putting out all this content, and also I had money at that time when I first started. I didn't have any money, so everything I had was either I did it myself or I got it free from a garage sale. So I passed that off to an actual editor, but I missed the editing portion of it because I really enjoyed editing my videos. So I think I got into short form because it kind of fixed my itch, right, of editing. So I edit all my short form, do all that stuff, and I enjoy it. So haven't made any money on it. People are actually, I think this is actually the first free meal because you guys paid for it that I've ever got. So thank you.
That's
guys
very
have
surprising.
now-
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, no,
I'm
a lot of
surprised
people
don't just give you the meal for the review. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it probably will happen one day. The reason why I don't is because most of the places I go to are local owned, small shops, local owners, and I really make these videos to promote their business. So I feel bad for asking for something for free when I'm trying to help them. And just trying to shed some light on their video or on their place. Because, I mean, there's a couple of spots that actually ran out of food after one of my videos, which was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah,
which is really cool to hear about, right? I mean, one of my videos had that much of an impact that it actually made this restaurant sell out of food. It hasn't happened very often, but, I mean, it's happened about probably 2 or 3 times. So it's neat. It's a really cool.
We'll tell Vernon to prepare.
No, I know. I yeah, maybe.
Steven said that you will.
Steven said you will run out of food, and then all of a sudden there's crickets. And actually, wait, Steven actually cost us. There's no one coming to our restaurant anymore. No one coming to our restaurant anymore. But it's fun. Social media is fun. Content creation's great. I think it's a great way. And also on the flip side, it can be very, very dangerous too, because it can definitely become sort of an addiction, somewhat of a negative space for some people. Man, I've gotten some crazy. I probably need to have an episode of just me talking about all the crazy comments I got on my videos. They're pretty funny. And but I've seen a lot of good things. I mean, a lot of good things. People are very nice, very receptive, very encouraging. So it's just a really cool place.
So do you get a good bit of like negative hate comments on your stuff? Or?
Oh yeah.
I've always heard that when you have haters, that's how you know you made it.
I was about to say, I was like, when we get haters, that's when we know.
Right now,
we're
everyone
there.
all 5 comments, everyone loves it. So.
That's actually exactly what my dad said. My dad said, because I remember I had my first hate comment on YouTube, and I think someone called me, I'll put in PG terms, but called me an idiot. And then told people I didn't know what I was talking about. And this was one of my first hate comments. And I got it real early on, too. So I didn't have enough positive comments to kind of reinforce, like, this is, It was like one of my first comments. Guy called me an idiot. And so I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, like, man, this guy just called me, this name, called me, I didn't know it, like all these negative things. My dad said, well, congratulations, Stephen. I said, what? Congratulations? Like, what are you, Dad, did you not hear me? He goes, you made it, son. He said, if you have a negative comment, it means someone watched your video. And I said, oh, I guess someone did. I guess someone did watch my video. And so I was like, oh, okay. So after that, I just kind of, just embraced it. And one of the best things that I think I've done on my channel with the hate comments is I just kill them with kindness. Unless it's one of those funny comments, because you'll get two types of hateful comments. You'll get the haters and you'll get the trolls. Now the haters are just mean. Like there's no creativity in their post or their comment. They're just there to be hateful. Then the trolls are totally different. Actually, I really like the trolls because these are the guys that are creative. Like these are the guys that actually put time and thought behind their comment. And they'll watch your video probably multiple times because they'll notice things inside the video that you can only get that information if you watch it like 4 or 5 times. So they watch it 4 or 5 times. They come up with this very creative, negative comment. Once again, these are trolls, but you can tell that they put time behind it. And I love reading those. And so if I get a troll comment, like I'll know, and
you'll like it.
Oh no, I'll like it, and then also I'll try to troll them back, and then we just kind of go back and forth. And by the end of it, there's like, oh man, we love your videos, like you're doing great. I mean, you can tell, like, well, once you get enough of these type of comments, you can tell. But the hateful comments, I just kill them with kindness. Like I said, like I had someone saying like, your food reviews are horrible. I can't believe anybody listens to you. Blah 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 blah. And I'll say, hey, so-and-so, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that you think about that for my videos, but I hope maybe, after watching a couple more of my videos, you'll understand, like, I just do this for, entertainment for other people. And then sometimes they'll comment back and be like, oh, man, you misunderstood. Like, and then sometimes they won't comment back. Yeah. But the important thing is that because people read through the comments now this day and age. I don't know if you know it, but if people see a video that they really like, they actually will go through the comments and read them. They won't comment, but they'll go down and see what everybody's saying. So when they go down and read and they see this hateful comment, and then they say, oh gosh, he responded. Let me see what he said back. And then they're like, oh, dude, this guy's a nice guy. All right, I'm gonna watch some more of his videos. Yeah. That's something else that's one of my tips and tricks that I've learned from doing videos and stuff like that. But it's crazy, man. The comments you get, crazy.
So you said you reviewed Flows, right?
Yeah, Flows.
Yep.
I've
ate there a couple times and I really liked it. What did you think of Flows?
It's actually one of the best burgers I've had so far in Oklahoma. I think I gave it like a. And so here's the thing about my burger reviews is that's actually how I got big. Now I do other reviews and things like that. So I have this ongoing series of finding the best burger in Oklahoma. So Flows was one of my first ones. So I was probably a little bit generous on my score. Mm-hmm. I think I gave it like a 9.5, a 9.4. But once again, that was my second burger I ever had. So I didn't really, not ever had, but once I started
what
doing
has
reviews.
Been the best burger so far?
OMG. So it's funny. My first 2 burgers have been the best 2 burgers I've had so far. So OMG Lounge in Owasso, and then also Flows in Catoosa. Yeah. Flows Diner. Those have been the best 2. I think I gave OMG a 9.192. It should have been a 9 off of my new scoring. And then Flows, I gave like a 9.4, 9.5. That really should have been like a 9.2, maybe a 9.3. But yeah, those are probably two of the best burgers. But to put a little disclaimer on that, I haven't been to Oklahoma City very often because right when I started doing all this, I tore my Achilles. So I wasn't able to drive over to Oklahoma City during that time. And then also my business started picking up and all this other stuff has kind of happened. So I haven't tried all of Oklahoma. And to people that are watching this that watch my other videos, I'm going to be traveling outside of Oklahoma or outside of Tulsa very soon. It's just, this series is never going to be done, right? I think people think I'm going to have a solution to finding the best burger in Oklahoma in like a matter of a couple weeks.
We found it. We're done.
Yeah.
That's the fun thing about it is the best burger in Oklahoma will never be answered. Now, you can keep reviewing, and then it's like you can keep adding to the rankings, but it's something that's like, and it's also opinion-based, so you could think Flo's is the best, or you can think someone else is the best. You could think McDonald's is the best if you want, but it just all depends.
No, yeah, it's one of those things that's it's going to be a fun series because it's never ending, and I think most of the people kind of understand that, but there's some people out there that don't, and there's like, once again, you got the haters and the trolls,
right?
And then you guys will say you wish you had them now, but just when they come, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, this is not fun at all.
So can we get a little sneak peek at your rating for Bad Brad's?
Yeah, most definitely. So
100% honest review here.
Oh, 100%, always. Rib, probably one of the top ribs I've had, and I just had one bite, but the way that this comes off the bone is fantastic. I'm not a real big spicy guy, but this just has enough spice. So I love this sausage. I'm not a big bologna fan, so even though this tasted good, I'm not a bologna fan. So subpar for me. I'm a big fan of brisket. I love the brisket. I love how there's a little bit of fat on it. It was a little bit chewy for me, but I like that. So I get a high score. And I'm not a real big pulled pork fan, but it tasted good too. I mean, it was all right. This piece of bread, I don't know. I think it's just a normal piece of bread, but it was really good. Let me try this real quick here, this cornbread, because he said I needed to try it. So.
We need to play some suspenseful music right here.
No.
Drum roll.
That's some damn good cornbread. That's some damn good cornbread.
The jalapeno cornbread has turned into like a must-have for me now.
The interesting about the pork rinds. So I never really ate pork rinds really, but these are really good. I can't give them the best because I literally had pork rinds last week. It's super weird. I went to this Cajun place, and these are really good. Probably the second best that I've tasted, but even though I only tasted two. But this Cajun place that I went to in eastern Oklahoma in Coweta had a really good pork rind. But these are really good, but it was just crazy that last week I tried a pork rind that was, because I don't really taste pork rinds. Not too many restaurants have pork rinds on the menu.
Yeah.
So really good. Can't give it the best. But, I mean, overall, with all this, and so I judge it off of customer service, dining, obviously the food. I mean, honestly, I have to give this place all together on my video. If you guys tune in, I'll individually score everything, but I have to give this place probably an 8.8.
Awesome.
8.8. So it's
pretty solid right there. I like
that's a solid score. So a lot of people ask me like, oh my gosh, you give him an 8.8, there needs to be a perfect 10. No, there is no perfect 10 in my world.
Exactly.
No, an 8.8 is super high for me.
Yeah.
Like I've only gave probably 2 9s in my career, and those were based on burgers. So obviously barbecue restaurants are going to be a little bit different on my scale, but very, very solid 8.8. 8.8 scores like somewhere that I would probably drive out of my way to come try again. So
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
We'll have to clip that, send it to Vernon whenever everything's done, so he can post that on the wall over there.
So we do this thing at the end of our episodes where we add, and I know you said you're not a huge music guy, but we do a playlist each week, and we each add a song. We usually do several songs we've been listening to. Yeah. And we add it to a playlist. We'll just do one this week if you can come up with one song for us that you've been into. Any genre.
Yeah, no.
And if you want to do 3, feel free to do 3.
No, I'm going to do 1 because actually I'll do 2. So like I said, I'm not a big music guy, but music's very big. Not in my family, but like in my sister's family, because she's actually married to a songwriter in Nashville. His name is Davis Weir, and he's a aspiring songwriter in Nashville. He's trying to make it, but he just released, and I've been a big fan of him ever since my sister started dating him way back in the day. But they moved out to Nashville. He started doing songwriting full time, but he just launched a song literally like 2 weeks ago. And it's called, I was literally listening on the repeat here.
Red Dirt Cheap?
Red Dirt Cheap. Oh my gosh, that song is not delicious. That song is delicious. But no, it's super good. I really enjoy it. And then he also has another single that's called Fairy Tale that he brought out maybe like 6 months ago. But this Red Dirt Cheap, man, Red Dirt Cheap, I think is going to be, I don't know, for me, I think it's going to be really good. So,
you sent it over to me earlier. I got a chance to listen to it, and I really liked it.
I'll
You like
have to take a
Yeah,
listen.
I'll have to send you the Spotify link.
Yeah.
You can
yeah, no,
check
it's really good. I mean, once again, it's like he's related to me, so obviously I think anything he does is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But I think he's a talented songwriter, and it's just one of those industries, kind of like social media. Like you got to have first off, you got to be consistent, you got to have hard work, and then if you bring all that stuff together and get a little bit of luck, you'll go far, and you'll go real high. But I think it's just a combination of having all three. So
I'm raring to go this week. Right?
Okay. All right.
I've had so many songs, especially since we unfortunately did not get to have an episode last week. I was making a list last week. I'm like, I can't wait to put this on, and it didn't happen. I'm like, gosh. So I'm gonna have 3 really solid songs. First one is, and I've been waiting to tell you not to listen to the song till this exact moment.
Okay.
It's called "Mrs. Buy Me Something" by Red Shahan.
You played it at my house last week.
Did I?
Yeah. You did.
I must not have remembered it. And then I'm going to do another Red Shahan song, which is the song right after it on the album.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I tend to have a knack of, if I find a song I really like and I listen to it on the album, the next song after it, I'll really start liking that song too because it plays right after it. But it's called Vulture Culture by Red Shahan.
Okay.
Great song.
And your final one for us? This better be a good one.
I already got 2 good ones on there. Come on, man.
For everyone wondering what he's doing, he's filming his TikTok, by the way. For everyone that's probably confused as to why.
it's like, this guy checked out. What is he doing?
I was gonna do. So 2 weeks ago, I went home and my mom and dad gave me some vinyl, and it's all kinds of just like old, like classic rock vinyl. And I was listening to some Leonard Skinner, and I kind of got a little deep, and it was "Things Going On" by
Okay.
Leonard Skinner.
I'm going to throw you for a loop here a little bit.
I expect nothing less.
So I got to add Bad Luck, Johnny Thomas Band. Great song. I've been listening to it all day. I'm going to save the kind of off one for last. Then I'm going to add a Chad Cook Band song.
By the way, go listen to that episode if you haven't yet.
It's such an underrated episode.
It's one of my favorites. It's hilarious.
So I'm going to add I Just Want You, Chad Cook Band. And for the last song, a song by Hester, Lips of an Angel. I'll throw that on there for you.
Dude, I love that song. It's really good to hear your voice. Say your name, it sounds so sweet. Man, that's like a song that I remember back in high school. Like that's a song that they played like for like one of the last dances in like my middle school or high school dances. Love that song. Love that song.
If I had 5, I was going to put some Shine Down on there too, but maybe next week.
See, have you heard of Tumbleweed?
I'm pretty sure I'm kicked out of that place.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've been there a couple times.
Okay. So I'm the DJ out there at Tumbleweed on college night. And so last week
Snap.
I played Lips of an Angel. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. It was packed last week too.
Did Jeff told you?
No,
told you
Jeff
about-
wasn't there. I'm sure he would have approved, but I played it and everyone was dancing. They loved it. I was
Really?
kind of shocked, but they
I'm
loved
kind
it.
of shocked too because that was more because I'm older than you guys. You guys are what, 20?
I'm 21.
21.
Yeah, so I'm 10 years older than you guys. But yeah, I'm surprised that they knew that song because that was kind of big when I was in middle school. So I don't even think you guys would be born yet, probably, or maybe. Do you guys remember when that song came out?
No,
I don't. No, I don't. I was probably really young.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised. Were they singing along?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah.
You think it's going to be one of those songs that's going to be like continued through the generations?
Oh, for sure.
I think
You
it's
think so?
like it's almost up there with like Photograph or like something like that.
Photograph. Gosh, that's good. Man, I'm going to listen to Nickelback on the way home. Like, you guys might have started up something where I'm going to start listening to more music,
Go ahead.
honestly.
So
Go
I
ahead.
have this theory, and every time we talk about Nickelback, I have to bring it up. I think if you just changed the instruments, you could very easily have a country band with the same Nickelback songs. I mean, if you just think of maybe
listen
like
to the lyrics.
take Photograph for example, and if you had like an acoustic version or something.
Man, that would have been a killer. Like, any Nickelback song, I think would be a killer acoustic version.
I
Do
think
they have some out there? I bet you there has to be someone that did it.
they should make like an album.
Yeah, like a tribute album, but it's just country artists.
Man, that would be. Oh my gosh, that would be really sick. Can we like put that together? I mean, how do we get in contact with these famous artists?
Let me call Chad Kruger and we'll figure it out.
I think that would really kill it. I think people would. I would listen to that. I'm not even a music
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Gosh, man, Nickelback's bomb. Is he still alive?
Chad Kroger? Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he's still like
Wait, that's his name?
Chad
Yeah.
Kroger? Yeah.
I just thought he was Nickelback. Like, honestly, I thought maybe that was like his last name or something. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Cat Fry?
Yeah, so actually I never been the Cat Fry because I always had like finals and stuff like that and just never had a chance to go out there. Honestly, I'm glad because I probably got arrested if I went out there. But no, I never been, but I heard it's a lot of fun.
We're supposed to be the only media group to get full backstage access this year to the artists.
How do you
So-
guys get this?
I'm not even going to. That's not me. I know it's all him.
I work out there. I'm the DJ out there, and
Oh,
we've been talking to the owner, and they've very graciously given us that backstage access. So we're super excited. Hopefully, we can get some of the artists
Wow,
on.
that would be sick.
And
So is oh gosh, I just went blank. Where do you DJ at? The
Tumbleweed.
Tumbleweed. I was about to say Cat Fry. I was like, that's not the
Well,
Cat Fry. but-
they're basically
Right, it's
The
out-
Cat Fry is at Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed puts on Cat Fry.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So are kids still going out there? Because when I was in college back in, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, what, 13, 14? I mean, people still went out. I mean, people still going out to Tumbleweed now?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Really?
they sold it out just a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Man, I just need to drive out there and see if it still looks the same.
They've changed quite a bit of stuff, especially since the new owners have taken over. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there now.
So where are the places that you got to go hit where you're in Stillwater? Like as a student, like you got to go to?
Like
You got to eat at Bad Brad's.
like food places or just
Just anything. Like to get the full college experience when coming to Stillwater.
have to
Like
go
let's
to
talk.
Tumbleweed.
Let's talk to the future OSU students. What do you need to do coming from a?
you have to go to Tumbleweed
Yeah.
Have to go to Tumbleweed. I agree.
on a Thursday night,
Yeah.
on
I
college
agree.
night.
I did that. Don't remember much of it, but I did it.
And you have to go to Cat Fry.
Okay.
Probably go to the Strip at least once,
Mm-hmm.
as long as
All right.
21 and over.
Which
provided.
bars at the Strip? Because there's a bunch. There has to be. Where's that ones that have the limeys at? Is it Copper Penny or something?
Yes.
I've
Copper
heard-
Penny. Yeah.
So you have to get a limey at Copper Penny.
Yeah.
Have to. So that's this is for the true college experience for all the future OSU students.
I think Murphy's has ice shot, I believe, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
They have a Payne County. I don't know which one that's at. It's called the Payne County shot.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe
I
at
don't
Willie's.
freaking
I'm
look.
not sure.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
I think it's Willie's that has the ice shot. Maybe I'm not sure.
Pomping? Is that what it's called? You have to go to that. Whatever
yeah,
that
so
is.
Homecoming.
Oh.
During homecoming, they have walk around so all fraternities and sororities. They do a thing called pomping, where they get little tissue paper and they build these ginormous arrays, and it's all made of chicken wire and tissue paper, and it's basically like kind of like a color by number thing, but it's with little tissue paper and chicken wire. You stick it in there, they create these massive arrays, like with images. A lot of them have mechanical things that move. It's crazy.
That's crazy. And then 2 other places I can think of is Eskimo Joe's. Even though I don't, it's the food's all right, but it's one of those staples that I think you have to go to.
That fits it perfectly.
Yeah. I think it has really got probably commercialized over the last probably, I don't know, decade or so. But
cheese fries are great.
Oh, cheese fries are great. Cheese fries are great. And then Hideaway Pizza, because that's the original.
Yes.
So I think you have to go there. Even though there's a bunch of hideaways around Oklahoma now, food's fantastic at all their other locations too. But I think to get the true OSU Stillwater, experience, you got to go to Hideaways at least once.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
a home football game.
Oh,
yeah,
yep,
for sure.
Yep, you got to hit a home football game.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of anything else. Those are literally everything on my list. I'm glad you guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad everything that was big when I didn't go here. I went to OSU Tulsa, so I'm an OSU graduate, but I went to the Tulsa branch. But I'm glad everything that you guys kind of have on the experience spectrum is still the same stuff that I had.
Yeah, I feel like there's something else, but maybe I'm just missing it.
I'll put you on the spot.
I don't really do any of those things.
I don't either.
it's one of
But
the
you have
things
to
that
do
you
them
do it
once.
and
You
then
have to
you
do them
yeah.
once,
Yeah.
and then you have to move on because you get older, you start having kids, get a career, and yeah.
This is a little off topic, but do you play golf at all? I'm sure not now.
I don't.
'cause you're
I don't play golf. I play it maybe once a year, and that reminds me why I don't play golf. Okay. So I play it about once a year, but it's a good sport, you know. But yeah, no, I'd rather play pickleball.
yeah, yeah.
I'd
We're gonna
rather
have to go
cornhole.
play pickleball now. I've got the paddles and balls and everything.
Yeah. I will go. I promise. I promise, Rhett. I tell him that we'll do stuff, and then I always forget, and he gets mad at me.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
No, I get it. I get it. I mean, looking at pickleball, you think it's an old retired sport, but trust me, it's fun.
Yeah.
You guys will love it.
For sure.
You'll love it.
I viewed it as I tried to play tennis one time, and tennis whooped me. I mean, it was a struggle to go out there and run back and forth constantly. Pickleball was a condensed tennis for me.
Yeah.
It's the perfect, and you said ping pong earlier, now you said tennis. It's the perfect mixture. You said the two sports that are a perfect mixture. And some people say racquetball, some people say badminton, but if you ask me, I think it's more of a mixture of ping pong and tennis, and it's great.
Have you heard of Chicken and Pickle?
Yep, that's in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. I was gonna say when you go down to Oklahoma City, go check that out.
Yeah, they built that, I think, right after I tore my Achilles or something like
that
that. So I
sucks.
wasn't able to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that place. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Like so when you tear your Achilles, the healing process and the recovery time is outrageous. Like I probably won't be on a pickleball court probably till this time next year.
Wow.
Dang. That's
A whole year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, it's nuts. It's like
Sounds like a good time to play cornhole.
That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. That's actually kind of good. Maybe we'll play a game after this.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen, thank you for coming on. We
Yes,
really
thank
appreciate
you
it.
so
Oh, my
much.
pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. Thanks for giving me this platform to come out and talk to you, guys. And I'll be looking forward to hearing some of your guys' future episodes.
Yeah,
So,
awesome.
For sure.
Check out his YouTube channel, too, because you got a lot of videos on there that are really interesting. And, of course, check out his TikTok. We'll have all that stuff linked below. And make sure you check out the TikTok for Bad Brad specifically.
Of course.
Yep.
And really looking forward to that. So thank you again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Thank you guys for watching.